Welcome back to the Scenic Paranormal. In today's video, we have 2 UFOs, 2 UAPs, and the elusive and most rarest of all, a USO. These pictures were taken on the 29th of November last year, and this is about 5.5 miles to the east of my last video. This picture is halfway through my walk. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm doing the scenic sequence. There we go, 1, 2, and then if we scroll over here, we have a square. It's not very far off the ground. Very close to the tree line. You also have beach huts down here, which is a brilliant reference for this UFO. And as you can see, this UFO is probably about as wide as these beach huts. Now, these beach huts, haven't been to this beach for a while, but most beach huts are about 6 foot wide but 8 foot long. So you see the width there, that's about 6 foot. And where this tree line is, this is about 200 meters away. And if you scroll right into it, you can also see the lighter optics that I've documented in my videos about the UFOs. So all the UFOs have this kind of light ring around it. So yeah, let's go to the next picture. Scroll in. And as you can see, now there's something up here. So if we're saying that was this thing here, this UFO has elevated up to here in about 2 seconds. Could it be a drone? I very much doubt it, because drones don't get that big. I mean, like a 6 foot wide drone, I mean, it looks bigger now, and it's also changed shape. I mean, it looks like a pair of boots, I think. But yeah, it's got the light ring round, so that's like the seagulls having that. So it must be a physical object. So yeah, so we're going to the next few slides. So I'm doing the scenic sequence, taking pictures of the scenery. Oh wait, I'll go back to that. Go back to the seagull. Just for like new viewers and that. So basically, what I mean is with the UFOs, they always tend to have this the same thing as what the seagulls have, like this light ring around it. It's basically what my camera's picking up. So we go back to the scenic sequence. I think, is it here? Maybe the next one. Scroll in. So you can kind of see this thing here. So this is the first UAP. If we go back, scroll in, you can't see anything. Scroll back out. We go back. No, go to the next one, and you can see something's coming up here. And my opinion is basically a UAP which is materializing, and you can kind of just faintly see the darker ring around it. And then if we go to the next one, and you can see it's moved on, and it's got a little bit lighter. And yeah, it's a bit. So it looks kind of like a square here, and then it's got these two things coming out here. And like I say, with the UAPs, they kind of have a darker ring around it, and this one seems to have like, I don't know, like a little triangle. Well, the darker optics are making like a triangle behind it. Could just be like a rectangle there, and then like this little bit here. See if we go to the next, and that again, this is quite far out. I would say that's probably about half a mile. And also it's quite big too. So I think that's a lighthouse there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's go to the next one, and you can see now it's kind of changed shape in that. It looks kind of like that, like a crocodile mouth or something like that. And again, it's kind of got the darker optics around it, and yeah, and it just seems like it's dimming out, because I've seen the UAPs before, or like people would call them the orbs, And so when you see them, they'll appear, and they appear very brightly and then dim out quite quickly. I find the UAPs are the most common ones, but I didn't see these ones. Go to the next one, and here. So here's the second UAP. Again, it's got the light rings around it, and what's good as well, you can reference it off the beach huts again. It looks like it's, I don't know, it looks like it could be on the beach, or it could be just there. But if you look at the beach huts again, so that's 6 foot. And you do that, that's probably, I just don't, seagulls don't tend to have seagulls don't have they're not like 6 foot, and they don't have these darker rings around it. If you check my other videos of that, you'll see that the UAPs always have a darker ring around it. It's basically what my camera's picking up. Oh yeah, there's also there's like a square up here, and the UFOs will pick up, again, it'll pick up these lighter rings. And if you go to the next picture, can you guess what's going to happen? They're gone. They vanish. So basically so the UAP was there, and that square thing was more up here, and they're both gone. So yeah, that's very interesting. We go to the next ones. Aha! So this is this one. So this one's a bit of a hard one. I've just counted. So I've counted all these UFOs. In the next, there's about 6 or 7 slides. I haven't counted all. I don't know how many there are. I think there's about 6 or 7, but so, and there's quite a few. So basically, excuse me. So there's so every time there's a UFO in this one, it's in different places and it's different shapes. And again, they're quite far away. So if you scroll into this one, you can see this one here. And it's got like, got a circle there, big circle there, and another little circle there. It's also got the optics, the lighter optics around it. And yes, and like these circle things have come up before on some of the UFOs in my other videos and that. So if we scroll back out and we go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. So that was there, and you can now see this up here. And now it's completely changed shape. But you've got the circly bits, circle bit. Kind of looks like a Y and the letter L, and it's got the lighter optics around it. So yeah, I mean, so I'm just saying, if that one that was here is now there, because that one had circles in, this one's got circles in. That's risen quite far. In just like I say, I'm taking pictures, and it takes me a couple of seconds, and then so for the next one, I thought it vanished, but I was doing videos yesterday, and I found another one. So on this one, I thought it'd gone, so I scrolled into this, got into there. I was like, "Oh right, it vanished." But then I started looking over here, and there's a kind of like a see-through kind of one, but you can see the lighter optics that my camera's picking up. And also, if you scroll out a little bit, it looks very similar to one of my recent, not my most recent video, the video before that, where like I caught it was called a rectangle, very similar to this, and it had like a white mark, a black mark nearer the end of it. So yeah, so we've had something go from there to there, and then to here, all shape shifting. I mean, like, they could be all different UFOs, but I'm just counting it as one, because. So if we come out of it, and now that one's gone, you can't see it anywhere. Because if it was a bird, I mean, like, it would just, you see it trail along like that, like every 2 seconds, but for it to just completely disappear, it's just like, well, what just happened to it? Yeah, it's just, it wouldn't have flown all the way over here in a couple of seconds. So yeah, and I think so so that one was there. Now you got something over here. So it's gone boom, 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 and then boom. And we go into it, and this one looks like a square, and it looks like it's got like a hole in the middle, I guess, because if you look at the cloud, it looks like it gets lighter there. And again, we got the optics that like the seagulls have and the UFOs. So, and then the next one, oh wait, oh no, it's the screen. So the next one, it goes from up here to here, and it's kind of dimming out a little bit more now. The reason why I say this one's because it's got like, when it's got the light ring around it, it tends to be a physical object, even how like dim it is. And again, that's really far away. I don't know. I mean, like that's quite a far distance. Like I said, at least half a mile. And then we scroll out. I said, I think this is where it vanishes. So you can't see it anywhere. Nothing over here. Nothing over here. Yeah, so it's kind of vanished. And then if you go into the next slide, you've got this. Again, another very faint kind of dim object. And you can see, again, you can see the optics that my camera's picking up. So it's got to be something. And if you go to we go to the next slide, and this is zoomed in as well, and then you can quite clearly see just then that disappeared. So whatever these things are, they are objects, but they just seem to be like So with the camera, with the human eye, we don't have infrared. Cameras have slight parts of they have infrared, and that's the kind of theory within the UFO community. Say why this happens a lot, because the cameras are picking up, they're picking it up on their kind of infrared lens. Right, so let's get into the main part of the video. I'm sure you've all been waiting for the USO. I am stumped on this one. This one is pretty good. I mean, like, yeah. So let's just get into it. So here we go. So I've come off the cliff top. I come down to the beach. The reason why I wanted to come down here because it's a really good fishing spot. So yeah, and like I'm just here. I was gonna do some fishing, but it was too rough. It was way too rough, and I only had like a 2-ounce lead, and it just got washed in. So I didn't do that. But yeah, so if we scroll in here, you can't see anything. You cannot see anything at all. And this USO pops up around about here. It is just amazing. So we look at it, we go to the next one, and then I don't know if you can see it right. With all my videos and that, you're best to watch it on a big, like at least a 40-inch screen. You can do it on monitors and that. If you watch it on your phone, you most probably won't see many things that I scroll into. But if you're always best to watch it on a 40-inch HD screen or bigger. And if we scroll in, we can quite clearly see that this thing, it looks kind of like a podium. So you got like the base, you got like that bit, but then it's got like this ring. And you quite clearly see that that's a ring, and in the middle there could quite possibly be a hole, because if you look at the background, the color of the background color. The reason why that's like that is because the sun's in the clouds, and you can see the background cloudy bits. But yeah, I mean, like, if you have a look, we go to the next one. You have a look at this. Right, so we go. So you can see it there, And like I said, I didn't do it. I was just doing the sequence. No, the scenic sequence. I was just taking pictures and turning around in a 360. If we go into this, this is absolutely... Let's just look at it. So look, this bit... So look, so you have a USO, and this bit here looks like a circle. Because you can still... That bit in the middle is kind of like... it's lighter. So basically, what it looks like's happened is that this is popped out of the sea like that, spat that out, or this has come out of the circle bit, and then that's just gone straight back down again. And so with this part of the beach, if you go out, I think it's 200 meters. It may be more. It could be. I think it's more because me and my mates went out on the boat out there. And you get into like choppy water. You know when it's deep water because you get into choppy water. Like it was a bit windy that day, and we were like in 4-foot waves on a 13-foot rubber dinghy, and it was pretty scary. But yeah, out there, you know, like it deep. So basically, about 200, maybe 400 meters out, there's a 200-foot ledge that drops down by 200 feet. So it's probably the perfect place for USOs to hang out. But look at that. I mean, like, look, you can still see the circle bit. And like this thing, I mean, like, look, you see the circles again. So you see like the circly bits, the circly bit. It's like a circle in the middle. It looks kind of round, but it kind of has like this, I don't know, it looks like a little, like, tap. I don't know, but that's just, I don't know. Yeah, just mind-boggling, that one. But so we go back to the next one before, and we have a look, and you can quite clearly see it's got like a little base bit there, goes up, and there's like a ring, and it doesn't look like a boat. We go to the next one. You know, that's moved. This thing's definitely moved, and there's a circle there, so it's gone. It looks like it's gone up. That's come out of it, and that's just gone down again within like a couple of seconds. And like I say, I didn't see it. And look, here's a boat over here as well. So this was quite a big sailboat, and you can see the mast. I know it's a bit grainy in that, but I mean, like, you know, that is a USO to UFO. So maybe there's 3 UFOs. Oh yeah, I don't know. Brilliant though. Anyway, if you like the video, please give me a like, a comment, and please subscribe to my channel. This is the end part of this video, and I'll see you in the next video.